Be honest. You enjoyed that, didn't you? Now please do me a favor. Please recite that entire title off the top of your head right now. Go. Not all at once. Wait. Do you mean to tell me that you cannot remember all 57 of the words in that title? Neither can I. But do you know what that proves? Just because you say more doesn't mean people will remember what you say. Contest chair, Toastmasters, and guests. Outside of a Toastmasters club, I actually do not talk a lot. I've always been called a quiet person. In fact, if you went back to my college and you told them that one day Aaron Beverly will speak in front of over 1,000 people at a Toastmasters convention, they would say, wow, that's amazing. Aaron can talk? And ever since I was a kid, people have always told me, Aaron, you need to speak up more. Aaron, you need to say more. Aaron, people won't remember what you say unless you say more. And I remember thinking to myself, is that true? Is it bad to be a quiet person? Are we remembered by how much we say? Or is it what we say that counts? I remember an old colleague of mine from work. His name was Austin. It was summer 2013, early in the morning. Me and Austin were standing at the bus stop, waiting for the bus that takes us to work. Now, the driver of this bus was a woman about 35 to 40 years old. Every day her bus would pull up, she would open those bus doors, and she would greet every passenger in the nicest way possible, like this. In truth, she was the meanest person I have ever met in my life. Do you know what the passengers called her? Bus Lady of Doom. The only time I ever heard her laugh was the day she left someone at the bus station. Just mean and grumpy for no reason. Have you ever met anybody like this? There we are, standing at the bus stop. Bus pulls up, bus doors open, and there she is. And what happened next, I still cannot believe. Austin hops on the bus, but then he stops. He turns. He looks the bus lady of doom in the eye and he says, "How are you today, beautiful?" And the bus lady of doom did the weirdest thing. She did this. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that, I was scared. But with just a few words, Austin turned someone who was mean and grumpy into someone happy. He reminded me of a time when I made someone happy with just a few words. When I was still living with my mother, one day I walked up to her and I said the words that all parents dream of. "Mom, I'm moving out of the house." My mom said, "Yes!" I'm just joking. She was way more excited than that. Now, I haven't seen Austin in 3 years, but he reminded me then and today, a few words, they can bring happiness. However, we all know they can also bring pain and sorrow, prejudice and hatred, but also peace and love, pride and inspiration. And within the realm of inspiration, a few words can do something extraordinary. I'm at my Toastmasters club. It's time for every Toastmaster's favorite part of the meeting, table topics. The topics master stood on the stage. He called out, "Are there any volunteers?" There was one hand. Now, this hand was special because it belonged to a very soft-spoken young lady named Michelle. Michelle came from China and was studying in America. She was 19 years old, and speaking in front of an audience terrified her. But there she stood on that stage. The topics master read the question. What was the greatest moment of your life? And she froze. For what must have felt like eternity to her, all she could do was stare at the floor. 10 seconds passed, and she still could not speak. 20 seconds passed. Her lips began to tremble. 30 seconds passed. She cried. I'm sitting in the audience, I'm watching this happen to her, and I'm heartbroken. Until she finally spoke, and she shared the greatest moment of her life. When my mom said she believed in me. What can you say to that? Those words were spoken 5 years ago, and I still remember them. Michelle, she may remember her mother's words for the rest of her life, because a few words, they can touch your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that it's okay to be a quiet person, to be soft-spoken, to not say that much. Because when it comes to being remembered, I've learned, and you've proven, just because you say more doesn't mean people will remember what you say. So let's make the words we do say count. You'll be surprised how long people remember a few words. Contest chair.